Hi everybody, Silvia Pancaro, MoonCoach here, creatrix of MoonCoaching and other astrology, tarot, metaphysical, and esoteric programs and services. Here on day, what is it, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're here on Thursday, day of Thor or Jupiter or Zeus, by whatever name you wish to call him. And within Wasima's Magic, Study Tarot in 21 days, for which I am a guest in her summer school program. I'm pleased to be here, and as I have been doing now all these days, introducing you to blending Oracle, Tarot, and astrology, little tidbits of it. Hopefully you've been enjoying both the videos, little bits of information I've given you on each one of the AstroTarot correspondences, as well as working with the prompts, the AstroTarot prompts that I've been posting. So let's get going. I'm going to make this one brief. Again, I'm going to shorten it this time from the prior ones so that I can get this over to you, and most of the focus really is about the prompts. So look again down below where I have posted the graphics for the AstroTarot correspondences as well as the prompts themselves. Again, do what feels best for you. You can choose to pull one card for one prompt, 10 cards for one prompt, or work with all of the prompts, however it resonates best for you. So let's begin with the tuning bowl, the sacred sound that I like to call in. Again, not a full ceremony, and trusting that you are already creating your own sacred space, the altar with the elements, calling in the directions however you are feel best with. But please do the 4 elements plus the quintessence. So fire for the fire signs, which are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Then calling in earth for the earth signs, which are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And then work with, what's the next one? Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And then finally the water signs being Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And the 5th element doesn't have any astrological correspondence, but the quintessence, or the 5th element, Aether, is spirit and holds all of them within itself. So always call the 4 elements, the 4 directions, above, below, and center your heart. And of course, in the workshop that we do on Saturday, I will actually create a more formal ceremony than what I've been showing, lighting a candle, putting on incense, etc. So do that on your own for the purposes of creating that sacred space both externally and internally, because of course the external space is merely a reflection, a formality to confirm the fact that you already are the very sacred space itself. It's already within you. You are it. Okay, so first of all, tuning into Jupiter through the sound, I'm sorry, not the sound. In this case, we're focusing on the solar plexus chakra. So, yeah, the solar plexus chakra, where we have our willpower, where we connect with others, where we express a lot of our power. And let's go ahead and just bring this in. The tone is F sharp. So today I'm going to make sure that I've got this aligned right, unlike yesterday when we had a little bit of fuzzy sound coming through Mercury. So let's make Jupiter nice and clear, since that has to do with expansion of consciousness and really putting forth our tone, our vibration out into a larger sphere of influence. Thank you. lastly, our tuning fork. Now, with tuning forks, there's a lot that can be done and said with this. Today, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm actually going to apply it to the computer, to the laptop, to see if it actually transfers a little bit better, see if you can feel it a little bit better. You know, vibration, sound, color, it's all the same thing, and it moves up and down on the scale of energetic frequency. So this is the Jupiter tuning fork. And if we were together in one of my astrovibology sessions, of course, I'd bring it over to the solar plexus. Alrighty. So let's take a look at the AstroTarot correspondence. What corresponds to Jupiter in the Tarot Major Arcana from a Western Mystery School Kabbalistic perspective? Let's make sure this is on the screen. And here we have the uncolored Builders of the Adytum card. There's so much light that it's kind of hard to capture all the details. There we go. So it is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. So it brings in the Jupiterian energy of expansion, growth, benevolence, luck. Of course, we make our own luck. I'm not going to go into the details of that, but my teacher used to say, my beloved teacher Jeffrey Brock, who was out in the ethers dancing with the blue guy, Krishna, that luck is when opportunity meets preparedness. So if you get all your ducks in a row, if you get yourself ready, like I talked about yesterday during the Mercury day, during the explanation that you need to have with the Magician and with Mercury, clear focus intent, that you must be focused and concentrating your totality of awareness and consciousness on that which you're looking to achieve or experience. That is setting yourself up for the luck that can come about by being prepared. So the opportunity comes and you've been prepared for what can come as a blessing. And here we have the color. So the color for the Wheel of Fortune and for Jupiter is violet. Not sure if it's coming across as violet on your screen. Hopefully it is. But we have this high vibration color, which I think is, you'll notice throughout my videos that I have purple, violet, different shades all over my house. And the idea is to simply, as I said before, expand our consciousness through focalizing the Jupiterian positivity and desire for growth and expansion in order to continue moving up on the scale of consciousness. Now, if you've been following along, then you know that what I've been prompting you guys to do, if you want to go deeper than pulling your cards based on the journal prompts that I've posted, is to make sure you have your wheel of, your astrological correspondent card. So in this case, you'll have the Wheel of Fortune. But if you want to go deeper, you'll find out where in your astrological chart you have Jupiter, and you'll find the corresponding card to that and put it side by side. So in my case, I have Jupiter in Cancer. So on my altar, as I set up my sacred space in a little while, I will put Jupiter in Cancer on my altar and meditate on that. And if we were in my deeper course, then of course we would spend an entire week focusing on this. But we're here for just a day, for just a little while. So as long as you visually get to see your two cards together, then your subconscious is going to work on whatever aspect of your specific Jupiter position by sign, house, and aspects needs to be brought into your awareness. And intention is everything. So you'll want to intend that throughout the day, you'll have some message, some experience, other than the cards you pull, that bring to you something of importance for you to recognize, work with, develop, in regards to your ability to expand beyond your current comfort zone, to dive deeper into territory that moves you beyond where you currently find yourself, that takes you into other realms that help you develop your wisdom, to acknowledge your innate wisdom, because Jupiter is related to wisdom that we develop through journeying to other realms. And, other realms could be simply packing up your suitcase with your clothes and certainly with your decks and traveling to some other part of the globe beyond your local area. I'm in North Georgia, and it would mean to me that I really want to pack up my bags and go to Barcelona. Wherever you are, where do you want to go, Wasim? I know you're in Portugal. I know you just made this huge move recently with your hubby from Canada to Portugal. That's huge. That's Jupiter right there. Lucy Faye, who's in the UK, you've recently traveled over to Barcelona, and that is certainly moving you beyond your current local space. And it affords us the opportunity to look at other cultures, other belief systems. We get to do one of Jupiter's best things, which is to question our beliefs and to consider other beliefs, whether we're talking about religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs. In any case, we're exploring consciousness through experiencing how other cultures live other than our own. And with that, we begin to question our reality. We begin to question the beliefs with which we may have been raised. We begin to see that there's a lot more to life than what's here and now in this little spot that we call our immediate home environment. And that's one of the gifts of Jupiter. That's one of the blessings. Jupiter certainly is one of the archetypal masters of the idea of gifts and blessings, known as the Santa Claus of the zodiac, as a matter of fact, if you believe in Santa Claus. So, here we got purple again, or violet. So it's kind of like, if you will, use your imagination here, that this is a telescope, and that I am going to look through my Jupiterian telescope far, far ahead of me to see, oh, that's something I haven't ever experienced before. How do they do that? Why do they live that way? Let me explore that. So Jupiter also allows us to see far as well as to make things bigger. It's also magnifying our life experience, again, to greater territory. It has to do then, in that case, with travel and higher education, not staying with your elementary childhood education, but going to college, studying some alternative paths, and developing your higher mind so that you can therefore apply yourself into, again, I keep saying it, greater territory of self-expression. So that also means publishing. There's also the idea of taking the message and putting it out into a bigger way. So, for example, if you're wanting to write a book, call in your Jupiter, since it has to do with publishing. Everything that I teach is pretty much in my book, my MoonCoaching, let's see if it comes out here, my MoonCoaching Lunar Journey Playbook. I call it playbook because it really is creation through play. And I've been publishing this now for whatever it is, self-publishing for close to 20 years and teaching it since I invented MoonCoaching. So the idea is take your innate wisdom and put it into some written form. Teach it, express it to the greater territory, and move beyond where you're comfortable. So let me see what else. Okay, speaking of a lot of Jupiter expands everything, I'm going to turn the camera so that you can see that today I actually have a lot more cards than I've shown you on previous days. So let's see if I can show you here. So we see here that I've got, what did I pull out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10 decks to play with. And I'm going to show you some of those. I believe I've posted it in the group, and I'll post it on my profile as well. So some of my favorites, you'll see if you can see that there's a pattern that emerges here in the type of decks that I chose. Soul Fire, Alpha to Omega, a new oracle for our times. Enter the center, where flaming truths ignite your heart, mind, and light your path to soul fulfillment, by one of my teachers, Rowena Patty Kreider. So right there, she's actually mentioning some Jupiterian key words. Jupiter is the seeker of truth, the seeker of wisdom. It's the vision quester. So, you know, where this is in your chart has a lot to do with what you are seeking and how you seek the truth, the higher truth, not just simple little truths, but philosophy, you know, another of the key words for this particular planetary energy. The universe cards, personal predictions, taking you on a voyage of discovery to unlock the mysteries of the universe. If that isn't Jupiter, I don't know what is. Odin's journey, the Norse wisdom cards. Wisdom is yet another key word for what we're exploring today. The awakened soul, because all our travels, all our journeys, all our vision questing eventually leads us to awaken our soul. And this is by Ethany, right? Yes, and it's ethany.com, and this is a self-published deck, which is outrageously wonderful, and she's a major player in the tarot community. So gorgeous deck, and this is still in print. Another self-published life design cards, weave a different story. Of course, if we are traveling both physically and in our mind, then we are expanding the old story that we may have told ourselves and re-scripting it. That's all with the assistance of Jupiter. Miracles Now just feels like Santa Claus of the Zodiac, you know? And I haven't been mentioning this in the other videos. I don't think I have. The signs that each of the planets rule, because that's more advanced work, certainly not for these journal prompts, but in this case, Jupiter rules Sagittarius, a fire sign, which you'll see in the graphic, the AstroTarot correspondence special cheat sheet I have down below for you, but also co-rules traditionally Pisces, a water sign. So I really wanted to bring a little bit of the watery essence to my decks for today. The Pisces side of Jupiter, and that's the Atlantis cards from Diana Cooper. The Cryon cards, which are inspirational sayings from the Cryon books. And that's channel material, supposedly. And some of you know how I feel about the word channeling, but I won't get into it. Denise Lynn, who's one of my favorite authors and people that really know how to create sacred space and help you clear clutter and everything. Sacred Traveler Oracle cards, it's just gorgeous. And another self-published deck, Michelle Black, The Universal Mind, which was a Kickstarter deck. So all of these have this quality of travel, expansion of consciousness, seeking for wisdom, searching both inner and outer space for higher truths that we can embody and then become these wise guides, both for ourselves and for others. So there's an aspect of the teacher archetype that is included in the Jupiter archetype. And with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video so that you guys can read your prompts and start pulling your cards. And I'll pull mine and use as an example. But you guys are doing great so far with what you've been posting. I'm thrilled to see that there's a lot of insights coming through from these prompts and from your dedication to working with this. And again, just if you will look into going deeper with this, if I've been inspiring you. There's the Study Tarot 21-day summer school, which I'll be teaching the 4th and final of the workshops on Saturday the 29th, so in a couple days. And you can sign up for that either through the group or wasimasmagic.com, and the link will be below. And certainly, if I've inspired you, if all of this sounds really deep and powerful, transformative, and fun, because I always aim to make everything fun and fully experiential, as you have been getting little tastes of, then please visit my site, mooncoach.com, mooncoaching.com, celestialarchetypes.com, tarotmysteryschool.com, lunarjourney.com, and God knows there's a lot of others. But that'll do for now. And if you need help with your astrology charts, understanding yourself, and being able to heal aspects that may have befuddled you, it's in your chart. It's all there. It's all there, both for healing work as well as for empowerment work. So if you've been getting little tastes of aspects of self-consciousness through working with your oracle cards and the astrology prompts, and it's been bringing things up for you to look at and do deeper work, then set up an astrology session with me. I'd be happy and honored. I take it as an honor to work with people's natal charts, because that's a blueprint of you. And it's not as simple as, for those of you that are new to this, it's not as simple as saying, oh, I'm a Pisces. That's just a tiny little portion of it. You're an embodiment of every vibration and energy that has been in our cosmic atmosphere at the exact moment that you took your first breath. And with that said, that means you have a Jupiter sign, as you are hearing today. You have a Mercury sign, as you heard yesterday. Tomorrow, you're going to find out about your Venus sign, and so on and so forth. So all of these are positioned in a very specific way, unique to you. And added to that is your free will. How do you manage? How do you work with all these aspects of your consciousness in a way to produce a life that is fulfilling, a life that brings you joy, a life that also you look at when you have challenging moments, and rather than be blindsided and feel victimized by the challenges, if you knew what they were, if you knew that you were coming up against a cycle that questions your relationship area, or that has you looking at why you're in a particular career, and is it in alignment with your soul's true purpose, or are you kind of pushing yourself in a direction that isn't really serving you? You take those opportunities as lessons to clear what doesn't serve you, and you see that with your astrology chart and the cycles that are, hitting on it, that are saying, ooh, it's time for you to focus on relationship. Oh, it's time for you to focus on finances. Let's look at your beliefs that come from your early childhood. So all of this is in the astrology chart. It's your blueprint. It's what I call your essence blueprint. I used to call it celestial blueprint, and I was going to create the website for that, and I stopped because I waited too long and it's gone. So the truth is that your essence, your essential nature, the very core of your being, the unique vibration that you have taken on and embodied within and through your personality. And your personality is a vehicle for the greater aspect of who you are, being that combination of soul and spirit consciousness. That is your essence. And you can express that, or you can block that. You can work with that blueprint, your essence blueprint, consciously, to maneuver through the cycles of growth, the cycles of expansion, and the cycles of challenge without feeling victimized, but rather utilizing those opportunities and challenges as stepping stones for the next level of your evolutionary journey. So I veered off topic, haven't I? I've gone into full-on teaching mode. Let me say, have a wonderful Jupiter journey. Go out and see Thor. Wink, wink. If I can wink on camera, I don't know that I can. And certainly it will be fun to, if you have an extra couple of hours, watch that movie and see if he inspires you in any way, shape, or form. In any case, have fun with the prompts. And if you have any questions, you know where to reach me, Silvia, Silvia, at MoonCoach.com. And for the group in Wasima's Magic Facebook group, for everybody in that, thank you, enjoy, and many blessings. Peace out, guys.